Hello everyone, welcome to BayernNow, the ultimate Bayern Munich fan channel. It's the morning after, and I'm still ecstatic for you. I can't believe it. I actually woke up and had a very good dream about Sané. No, I didn't. I had a different dream, but it was not about Sané. But waking up, it's just feeling even better, right? It feels like we've been bitter for literally 3 years, 10 years, and now we're finally smiling again. There's so much positivity around the club. I'm talking about Kai Havertz, and I'm not here going, we need Sané and Kai Havertz. Remember when a few weeks ago I asked the question, do Bayern's board watch us? Because there was stories coming out that Bayern wanted to wait an extra year for Sané, and I was like, we need him now. And I said that could just be a negotiation tactic. And it was. It turned out to be. So this board is so much smarter than a lot of you and me give credit for. So once again, we're hearing different stories come out. And according to Sky Sports, Kai Havertz is now a topic at Bayern. There's more and more interest that has been reignited because of the Sané deal. Bayern feel like they can get a much lower price on Havertz. They want to offer 70 million euros plus 30 million in add-ons, which would meet Leverkusen's evaluation of the guy, but in add-ons. And I think that's superb. I even think Bayern should go as far as giving a player to Leverkusen. I think Leverkusen would probably like that. What if we just decide, you know what, take a few of our youth players? What if that's the case? What if we loan out a few players to them for 2 years? You never know. I obviously these things aren't going to happen. But with Havertz, as more and more things come out, with the Sané deal being completed, there's so much confidence in the team now. And Hassan Salamans, he's evolving. Brazo, he's evolving. He basically came out and confirmed a lot of the things that I was thinking on Havertz. So on further transfers, he said that Bayern are happy with what they've done to convince Tanguy Kausi to join Bayern. We'll see everything else. But he says we'll always keep our eyes open. The window is still open until mid-October. That's basically him saying that Bayern's not done here. We're not done with transfers. We're not done with taking advantage of this transfer market. Oh, we're not done, baby. Oh, the Don Brazo is not done, okay? I think there's still more transfers. This story is not fully written with this transfer window. Bayern have won this transfer window. We just announced Alexander Nubel, one of the top goalkeepers, youth goalkeepers in the world. And we just announced Tanguy Kausi. PSG were furious, 18 years old, already looking composed. The guy has literally nothing on him. He's not like one of those youngsters. He's actually like, if you give him a run of games, he could just get himself in that team sheet and you couldn't do anything about it. We just basically got Sané. He's in Munich now and apparently will complete his medical. Also confirmed by Unai Hoeneß that he's happy Bayern signed Sané. Dude, whenever this guy left the board, he just decided to become a whistleblower. Every time Bayern do something, he's like, I'm happy Bayern signed Sané. He just talks about Sané publicly. He's still kind of part of the board, so it's very cool that he talks about players that will sign. On Kai Havertz as well, he also said, I won't talk about Havertz. He's a player Leverkusen, and we play them in a few days. It will be distasteful to be talking about a player like that. That's what Unai Hoeneß said. And I think it's kind of relevant because we're in a situation where it's not about what Bayern want or what any other club wants with Havertz. It's about what he wants. Does he want to move now imminently? Because if he decides I want to move to a different club next year, oh yeah, he's coming to Bayern 100%. There's almost like a perfect chance he's coming to Bayern next year if he was to wait. But if he's on that boat where he's like, you know what, I'd rather just move now, that's where it gets a little bit conflicting. Because do Bayern want him now, despite the fact that Thomas Müller does not show any signs of slowing down? I think we should. Obviously, next year, we can see a more presenting future for him playing as an attacking midfielder. But this year, so far, I don't see it where he can play as an attacking midfielder. But obviously, we know he's world class in every position across the front three. So that's where we'd really, really get to see him. And Havertz, they did talk about this. Salamans did say this, Hassan Salamans, a few days ago. He said Bayern are looking for players that are technically, fantastic. And then, ironically, a day after, we get Sané. And he did say midfielders that are technically good in tight spaces. You know what position you have to be technically good in tight spaces? The attacking midfielder position. Thomas Müller has always been different because he isn't in a typical attacking midfielder where He'll want to get on the ball and get as many touches as he can, or try to get assists by doing these impossible. No, he's a mover. He moves into space, exploits it. Simple passes. That's how he gets there. Simple cross, gets an assist. That's how Müller is. And he won't ever be the technical Cam. He's an intelligent Cam. That's the difference. A Ramdateur. So Havertz is that technical player that I think Salamans was talking about. And also, like I said on Sky Sports, but it's still unclear whether Bayern are ready to invest so much. So, especially because Sané is cheaper than originally planned. Bayern, we win this transfer window just by getting the players we've gotten. Like, no one else can come close to our signings in terms of just, we signed Sané for 45 million pounds, which is like 50 million euros, plus add-ons, which makes it 60 million euros, and whatever pounds it is. That's what it is. And then now we could potentially sign a right back. He also, on a right back, he said Bayern are going to be creative. That's what I love about our board now. I mean, last year you could say we were talking about Sané too publicly when nothing was done. I feel like they learned a little bit of a lesson. Now we're not even talking about Sané. You know how on Football Manager you can declare your interest on a player and just make it public and make him your top target, and you could have a press conference thing just come up immediately and you could press the answer immediately and you could say you want this player. Well, Bayern isn't doing that anymore. A few days ago, Oliver Kahn basically came out and said, it's going to be very difficult financially to sign Sané, and we're going to be factoring in the financial conditions. 2 days later, we signed Sané, and we get the deal over the line. That's what I like. I like that mysteriousness. I don't want us to be saying Havertz yes or Havertz no. I want us to be mysterious. I want it to be fun. I want it to be a guessing game. Yeah, Havertz could probably, there's a little chance that he just doesn't join Bayern if you got the opportunity to. But also, you know what interested me? I'm sorry I'm not reading comments. I'm just interested in continuing to speak. But you know what interested me the most out of everything that Unai Hoeneß said? I'm sorry, I can't say that name. It's too German for me. But you know what else he said? He said he's very happy that Sané is coming to FC Bayern. This transfer will further increase the attractiveness of this team. The people in charge did a good job. This is what I meant. This is what a statement signing means. This is exactly what it is. Sané is a statement signing. Because now, you don't think Havertz is looking at all the hype Sané just got joining Bayern? Millions of people. You don't think he's looking at all of his friends are probably like, Sané joins Bayern, Sané joins Bayern. You don't think every single player that we potentially want are now like, dang, this Bayern thing is real. Because now we got Sané. Now we have a team full of ballers already. We could win the Champions League already. But now we're strengthening even more. I think that's such a sign for these players. Havertz, you don't think he's probably, damn, this Bayern team is, oh, jeez. You know, even players that we never even want, like a Pogba or so. I'm not Pogba, just someone big that, you know, you would think Bayern would never want personally because we don't like those types of players. Those types of players might be like, dang, this Bayern team is real. I kind of want to join this. I liked it. They're really good. Look at Sané. Look at how they're balling, and it's because of Hansi Flick. Hansi Flick is the reason we signed Sané. I don't care what anyone says. If we weren't playing the way we were, and we weren't doing as good as we were, why would Sané want to join even more? Sané is convinced he can come to Bayern and win himself a Champions League. If Bayern win the Champions League in 2020, all of a sudden, Sané is another player you add to that equation. I was tweeting it out yesterday and I said, there's Kimmich, Süle, Goretzka, blah, 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 all these players. Kimmich's goal, Alphonso Davies' goal, Pavard's goal, Lucas Hernandez's goal. These players are all to win their first Champions League with Bayern or in their career. Kimmich has never won the Champions League. Kimmich publicly just says it. I want to win the Champions League with Bayern. And Davies publicly says he wants to win a Champions League. When you have this many motivated players for the biggest price in Europe, they're motivated. That means any moment they're ready to go. The motivation is there. And then you add a Sané whose goal is to win a Champions League. Now all of a sudden, if you win it in 2020, you have a team that wants to even win it even more in 2021 or 2023, whatever it is. You know what? I think Bayern have done absolutely superb here. You have to thank this board because they've done exactly what we were all thinking. These are statement signings. You're telling the rest of Europe, Bayern is here to stay. We're here to dominate. We're here to win. We're here. I can see Bayern, Liverpool, and Real Madrid dominating this decade. I can see Liverpool winning another Champions League and winning like 6 Premier Leagues. I can actually see it if they keep Klopp. I can see Bayern winning 4 Champions. I can actually see it. We won't win 4 Champions Leagues. You know what I mean? Like, knowing us, we'll probably like lose 2 finals and yeah. I don't know. I'm just saying it, but obviously, you know, it won't happen. Could. I mean, this is the culture Bayern. I mean, with Bayern, it's not about how many times you get punched and kicked out. It's about how many times you get back up and fight again, baby. Bang, fight again. Mia san mia. That's the mentality. And I think players want to join that now. I think Hansi Flick coming in, there's a certain harmony around the club. There's a certain thing with the club now. Bayern can get Havertz if they want now. And I think that's true. There's a certain harmony around the players. You know, I'm seeing players that I never thought I just like Lucas Hernandez. Like, I've never liked a player like that. Well, obviously I'm Robin, but Lucas Hernandez coming out, he's just like, no, lifting the trophy. That's such a, like, you know, that's such a sentimental moment. I try not to be sentimental with players. I just try to be as, you know, logical at times while also being emotional. But I love Lucas, man. The way he just did that, the trophy thing, and now he lifted. Oh, man. Yeah. You know, I can't wait for Pavard to score a freaking world beater at the Champions League semifinals like he did against Argentina. I went crazy when that goal went in because, oh, geez, I never thought France would beat Argentina. I thought Argentina was going to take it and Lionel Messi would get redemption. But, man, it's just, I like the squad now. The players are so kind to each other. I'm seeing Boateng lifting Alaba on his back and they're just playing. You know, it's so cute. No homo. It's so adorable. I like these players. Muller's back and he's happy and he's making jokes again. You know, you saw when Muller was, you know, Hansi Flick was trying to give him a fist bump. Muller missed it and then he didn't kick him, but he missed the kick. It was just like so funny, but it's just that side of Bayern is back. The jokes. Now it's no longer depressing. With Carlo Ancelotti, you always felt it was depressing. Even with Pep, in a way, it wasn't as harmonious, however you say the word. The team wasn't as together. But with Hansi Flick, the players love each other. They want to kiss each other. You know, not because they're Judas and want to say, oh, I betray you. No, it's not that anymore. It's actually because they like each other. And I love that about this squad. It's unified. And players will want to become part of Bayern. Players like Havertz, players that, you know, of course it's going to be harder to sign than some players. Signing was very hard. Last season we were willing to pay the money. Signing is very hard because it's not like you're taking him from Leicester City or some other relevant team that's doing well. You're taking him from Man City, who have the ambition, more than probably we do, of winning a Champions League for the first time in their history. They have more ambition than us to win the Champions League. They have spent like 1 billion and the most expensive team ever. You think City wanted to get rid of Sané willingly? No, they wanted to make it as hard and as difficult as they could. But it just tells me Bayern's ambition to be able to say to City, we're getting our player. And like, City couldn't do anything. They couldn't say no. And I can't wait for what happens in the next few years with Bayern and transfers. Hassan Salimans did say Bayern want to do a major transfer every window. I don't know what he said, when he said that. That's the type of thing I want. Well, I don't think I want it either. But why would I want us to be doing major signings every window? What's going to happen to our actual players? You know, see, that's the thing. I love this. I love that. Havertz would come in, play on our right-hand side, right wing. You know what, actually? I was looking at Havertz's average positioning over a few games. He actually plays like a freaking right winger or an inside right winger, and that's our system anyways. And I think if you had Kai Havertz on that right-hand side, Sané on the left, or, you know, obviously we're going to get injuries. We're Bayern. Sané ain't just going to stay fit forever, but he will be brilliant. Sané, the thing is, he's world-class. He's going to be consistent. He's going to be bringing us exciting moments. And that's the situation now. You know, we've all been watching Coman for the last 3 years, or since Kovac. Well, he's been doing it. Well, people still bring up 2017 and say, "Oh, come on, he's so good in 2017." It's like they live in 2017. Like 2017 is their year. Go back to 2020, man. You're not living in 2017 anymore. You're not living under a rock. But over the last 2 years, we've been watching Coman pick up injuries. But most importantly, be annoying. Be indecisive in the final third. And he can definitely dribble past players. And that's not all football is. You have to be able to shoot. You have to be able to pass. You have to be able to cross. These little things are what make you a good player. Sané has no weaknesses, essentially. And when you bring Havertz in, you are bringing in ballers. That's what I meant when I said, let's bring in some ballers. Yeah, you can win games with just the team. We don't even need Hansi Flick's tactics. Sometimes I feel like Hansi Flick doesn't even need to coach his team or give them tactical briefings. He just tells them, go ball. And they go ball. Davies said it himself. He said Hansi Flick just told them to go ball. And he also gives them a tactical plan. Just give your team a formation they need to be playing. Tell them simple instructions like rotate. And you have Lewandowski. You think Lewandowski won't just go ball for you? That's the thing, man. I think now we have ballers. By the way, subscribe to the channel if you're different around here. We're constantly growing. And thank you to everyone that's subscribing and actually tuning in for the videos. You might disagree with a lot of what I say, or you might think I'm stupid. That's completely fine. You probably would love me if we knew each other in real life. Make sure you leave a like on the video as well. Let's get to 30 likes. 30 freaking likes, man. Look, I used to like my own videos just so I could, get my likes higher. So what I'm going to do, I'm going to like my own video. I'm going to start the trend. 30 likes, man. I'm going to like my own video. Dude, if you watch the first ever video on this channel, yeah, I accidentally showed my screen and it was me liking my own video. And I like doing it. I enjoy liking my own videos. So yeah, I'm leaving a like on my own video. So thank you to everyone. 30 likes, baby. Bayern's strength is consistency, and that would easily win us. Why are we talking about this all the time, man? Why can't y'all just be nice to each other? No one gives a crap about the Premier League or the Bundesliga. We all care about football. That's all we care about, And at the end of the day, it's just really, there's, different types of styles of playing the game. You can appreciate each of them. Like, I don't really care. I don't really care. I don't know why people say, like, stupid, ignorant things, but it's from both sides. I don't know. But I can't wait. I can't wait for what happens in the next few years. And actually, can everyone just stop and relax in the comments? Because I actually want to just read genuine comments. I don't, if anyone's arguing, I'm just going to remove you. Because I don't want to just have a situation where it's just people going at each other. I was taking a day off. No, I love talking about Bayern on this channel. I can't. Do you think Kimmich would be shifted to right back if Pavard gets injured? Oh, that's actually a really good question. I actually think maybe not. No, but Kimmich don't want to play right back. You can tell. He just wants to be a freaking set CDM. He doesn't want anything else. What are your thoughts on Hakimi going to Inter Milan? Look, with Hakimi, I wanted him. I'm not going to pretend I didn't. I think Bayern would have missed out on a player. But if the board that bought us Sané, I trust our board. I don't really give a crap what anyone says. They are good people, and they've done some good business. I would say over the last 7 years, they were missing it. They kept getting slow. This season and last season, they were like, Lucas Hernandez, 70 million, bang, you're in. Pavard, 35 million, bang, you're in. We actually made signings, and when we didn't sign Sané, and a lot of people were like, we still got Coutinho to replace him, and Perisic to replace him, or not replace him like he was our player, but we still got players in there, and I think our board has been patient for the last 2 years, and we've waited, and it just shows how well run we are. I mean, for us sometimes we're like, we're so cheap, and people think we're broke when we're negotiating with players, and then they praise us when we get them for like 10 times of the price. I think that's the difference. Is people are like, we're cheap, we're broke. Bayern are not broke, we're just very cheap and frugal. But when we spend the money, we do. We'll spend the money in front of you, and you'll think, wow, how did they spend this money? Didn't have it. Where did they get this money from? We just got Sané. We didn't sell Boateng. We didn't sell Javi Martinez. And I think a lot of people are saying, oh, what if we sell this player? They could fund Sané. And people thought we were broke like that. No, we're not broke. We just don't like spending money. Or it's not a matter of don't like, or we just don't find it necessary to be spending an over-exuberant amount of money when you're trying to just focus on different things. Bayern just renewed a deal with one of their sponsors. You don't think they're getting paid more money? The club's making a lot of money. And actually, if you look at the Bayern profit sheet, it's very low. A lot of clubs have this. Like, their profits are crap. It looks like they're losing money every season. But they're making millions and millions of dollars. Well, I'm actually confused. What exactly is the point of Bayern? Is it a business? Because I don't understand how a club could be a business and how can any football club actually be a business? I never thought of this. Because the operation cost has to be ludicrous. Taking your team across and renting hotels constantly, every single week almost. Keeping a stadium intact. You know how much money it costs on a match day to keep a stadium, clean it? You're paying millions of people, not millions, millions of dollars to people. I think it could be ludicrous, man. It could absolutely be ludicrous. Most teams are run as a business. Yeah, but with Bayern and these Real Madrid are just constantly losing money, and I'm like, is it because this Florentino Perez guy just wants to be successful in terms of a club? Yo, I never thought of this. Bayern are not really a business. Bayern have only players on the board. What's his name? He didn't play. Our president, he's not a player. He wasn't a former player, but we do have a lot of former players on the board. Why don't you make a series on FIFA 20, a realistic transfer as a Bayern coach? I can do it on FM, but I find FIFA and Football Manager incredibly boring. I paid $40 for Football Manager, and I regret it in every single way. I just don't like any of the games. FIFA 20 is so boring. I actually have FIFA 19 still on my PC. They're boring to me. I can't play FIFA. I can't sit here and enjoy FIFA. I just don't like it. It's such a stupid game. How did I ever like it? I keep buying the game every single year, and I quit playing after like December because everyone else just has some ludicrous teams. I'm actually a very good FIFA player, but it's like after a few months of the game, everyone just has some incredibly perfect teams, and I'm just there with my Dembele 84 rated beating people with Eusebio in the weekend league. I hate FIFA so much. It's the same. And of course, you can't change football. You can't change it to be completely different. But I don't like FIFA. I don't like EA. I don't like giving money to them anymore. I just want to focus on different things. I did look at Unai Honus' latest comments. That's what we talked about at the beginning of the show. What's your opinion on the Alaba contract stalling? I think Alaba, like I said, wants more money. Apparently his dad, George. Why? Niklas Zula's dad is George and Alaba's dad is George. Amazing. I'm just the father of our club. I made Bayern who they are. But yeah, I think PES is crap too. It's not like FIFA's just crap by itself. PES is crap. If PES was a good game, people would buy it. PES is just crap. They focus on the wrong things. They're trying to get licenses. Why don't I just make a good game and people are probably going to focus on it? But like I said here, I think Alaba will probably just want more money on his contract. That's the thing with Bayern. And also, what does everyone think about Mikel Cousins going on loan? Because I actually wouldn't mind it as long as it means some players can stay, or if it means he'll get significantly more play time. Because he's not getting in that team ahead of Thiago, even if Thiago's injured. Thiago could get in that team with his peen cut off, because that's how good he is, Thiago. So let me actually, I want to know. And apparently Coman will stay at Bayern, which I never thought he was getting get. So that's why I said, he's not going to go anywhere. The club we love doing this though. Like, that's what makes us Bayern. But at the same time, it's a bit annoying, isn't it? Because, Real Madrid would have just gotten rid of Coman and no hard feelings. But we won't, because we're Bayern. And it's just how we are. And we give players opportunities. And that's the thing. I was thinking about this. PSG, they have like 10 billion youngsters. Coman came from the PSG academy. His contract expired. Juventus got him for like 10, 15 million or something like that. No, they got him for free, Juventus. Sold him to us for 30 million. And I keep thinking, it's a PSG thing. Maybe they're spending so much money, their wage budget on their first team, and giving their second team players that time. They don't want to give their youth youngsters opportunities. But then they get angry when a Tanguy Kausi chooses Bayern over them. They're salty. That's what they are. But yeah, let me know what you think about Cousins getting loaned. Sane is better than Z, obviously. Ziyech is a good player, but he's not nowhere close to Sane's level. Is that why City got rid of such a super player. Yeah, the same thing with Sancho even. I mean, Phil Foden's the only one that came from the City Academy that I thought, yeah, that's it. But I think Man City and PSG, the financial fair play thing, maybe they just don't want to increase their wage thing. Maybe, I don't know, because it keeps happening. City keep losing talent. Sané is better than Ziyech, Pepe, Vinicius Jr., Kubo, Dembele. I think Sané he's more complete than Salah, but I think him and Mane, you can tell they're similar types of players. No, Sané's better. No, it's just gonna be biased for me. Sané is the best winger in the world. No, but Neymar's better than Sané. It's Neymar, and people won't like Neymar. City's ban has to stand because we all know they cheated. Manchester City cheated to get where they are. Well, if they get a ban from UEFA for doing these wrong things, didn't they also do them in the Premier League? I think they need to get like all their Premier League titles voided. They need to get their Champions League semi-finals voided. They need to get their Champions League or their titles, whatever the English cups. They need to get all of them voided. Man City cheated. Bayern is not signing Kai Havertz. Well, Mark Dorf, when you're saying that, I want you to understand just the situation we're in now. We're in a situation where we pretty much, technically, if we don't sign Havertz, completed all our business, and our director of football is saying there's probably going to be more transfers. I think Bayern are ready to do whatever it takes. I think over the last 10 years, Bayern lost so much sauce. We didn't have the managers. Our managers became passengers and we were the Uber. We just took new managers every other year. Now we have a competent manager. The Hansi Flick pull is amazing. I think Hansi Flick had one call with Sané and he was convinced. I don't know. Pep is wanted back at Barcelona. He may be back if Manchester City get this ban. That's true, Savio. I never thought of that. Curtis, what is it with get me on the channel? What do you mean get you on the channel? What are you going to do? Hazard is better than Sané. Hazard need Ronaldo diet. He's getting fat. Wow. That's the thing with some EPL fans. I don't get this. Hazard was, for me, the best Premier League player. My favorite in the Premier League. I still follow him on Instagram, and although he's crap at Real Madrid. But, when you say Hazard is crap, just because, no, he's not crap. He just got a lot of injuries, and it takes time to fit into Real Madrid. No disrespect to Chelsea, but there's a different level to Real Madrid and Chelsea. Chelsea are content with winning the Europa League. Real Madrid are not content with winning a Champions League. They want to win every single trophy. That's the difference. I think at Real Madrid, you have a very demanding atmosphere. Even Bayern isn't this way. Of course, we're demanding, but not the Real Madrid way, where you get booed for having a bad performance. Bale gets booed. He freaking scored Champions League semi-final goals, and Real Madrid love Bale, but they don't. That's what I'm saying. Like, Hazard's performing terrible Real Madrid because there's a different club environment. Bayern is different from all the big clubs, because we won't boo our players, but you'll get sold next summer. Like that's just how we are. It's just a difference. Real Madrid, no, Zidane does know how to use Hazard. Hazard just hasn't fit in. He's just not there yet, up to pace with the Real Madrid style of playing. And I think that's it. Chelsea in the Europa League. I don't know. Sané is better than Ziyech. Yeah, you are right. Dembele. Sané is one of the best wingers in the world. Just off it. Top four. You think Real Madrid are like, tenemos top four. No, they're not saying we want top four. Real Madrid are like, hey, we want Champions League, La Liga. They never really care about La Liga. We want every single. We want Super Cup. You know how many times they just destroyed everyone in the Super. That's what Real Madrid are about. They want to win. Like, they're not there like, oh, let's get to the Champions League semifinal. They're like, let's win the Champions League. Like, that's what it is. Winning it 3 times. They're the only clubs to win it 3 times in a row and 5 times in a row. They won the first 5 Champions Leagues. That's how Real Madrid are. And just an annoying club. Yeah, the Real Madrid fans and the club itself just don't have any respect for their players. You think Bayern are just going to boo Bastian Schweinsteiger? Oh my God, I wouldn't be a Bayern fan if that was the case. Imagine we booed our players. I could not even bring myself to be associated with that fan base. I'd be embarrassed if we booed our legends. But what Bayern loves is Bayern is owned 51% by the fans, yes. Real Madrid will sign Mbappe. Ronald Koeman, I don't really care. What do you think about Sergino Dest potentially joining us? You know what? With Sergino Dest, he's weird. I don't want him. I don't want him. Bro, just one thing he said, he was like, oh, I'm so happy that I'm worth 30 million. And I'm like, bro, why are you saying that? Just shut up. Shut up and let us buy you for 10 million. Like, it just doesn't make any sense. I just don't understand it. Just don't understand it. I don't like PSG at all. I don't like these oil merchant teams. But I can't stand it when people say PSG Ligue 1 is a farmers league. Well, on the outside, when it's only PSG that have won it for the Billy. Well, actually, technically, no. For me, well, I'd say I don't agree with any league being a farmers league because, when a Premier League team spends 220 million on Neymar, 135 million on Mbappe, millions upon millions on all these players, then, I would call PSG. You know what I mean? Like, PSG just have this, this machine going on. I just don't think, I don't want Dest at Bayern. You know what? Now I'm like, I don't want him either because he's weird in press conferences, but that's just how I am. Let's get to 40 likes, everyone. Thank you all so much for tuning in. I really, really do appreciate it. And I can't wait for just the future that, what Bayern holds. I'm so happy I don't have to ever make a transfer video. Leroy Sané signed for Leroy Sané. Close. No, I don't have to make that again. I don't ever have to talk about Sané being close or Sané being far. He's ours now. And now we can find someone else. Hakimi, please, not Dest. Hakimi's going to Inter, man. He's not coming to Bayern. Hakimi's not going to Bayern. It's impossible to think Akraf Hakimi is coming to Bayern Munich. By the way, subscribe to the channel if you're different around here. We're trying to get to 1,020 subscribers, or 1,200. That's I just see the 1.19. And let's subscribe to the channel, everyone. Thank you all so much for tuning in. Man, channel is growing, freaking nice, amazing, amaze-tastic, and I'm just so happy Sané signed. Bayern should get Milik as a backup. Why, Angelo? Why? 10K in a few months. Oh, well, let's work hard for it then. Why didn't Hakimi stay? That's my question too, because Inter and Dortmund are pretty much on the same level of irrelevancy. I think Dortmund will get outshined next season by Leipzig. RB Leipzig literally are just gonna sign the Salzburg players. There's a player from Salzburg that's going to Leipzig. Like, so many players. It's just gonna happen, isn't it? And I think that's the situation. Leipzig also got Keita from Salzburg and sold them for like 70 million to Liverpool, or 80 million or so. Well, we talk about Liverpool not spending money. Well, a lot of money went into those players, and I think I'm waiting for it. I can't wait though for just the transfer window and the stories to unfold, because at the end of the day, that's the most important thing. Unai Hoeneß also said whether or not Havertz is a must for Bayern. Shortly before such a game, you don't want to talk about a player and the personnel. And I think I agree with him. I don't want him to be talking about that. But he also said Havertz is an excellent footballer who has already exceptional performances at such a young age. Leverkusen can beat almost any team with him on a good day. That's why our team, Leverkusen had beaten us, and we were actually good. We actually played well. They just beat us. When you lose a game like that, you're like, oh, why did we lose? But then looking at it, why did we lose? Leverkusen just turned up. And even when we beat them 4-2 a few weeks ago, I felt like they could have beaten us any moment in that game, because they were actually like really killing us. Okay, y'all just decide there. And Hoeneß on Boateng. Also Hoeneß, I don't believe in talking about double or treble now. We'll see what happens in the Champions League. I'm assuming we'll beat Chelsea and get into the quarters. Then we have to wait. If we don't beat Chelsea, if we don't beat Chelsea, God, I'm deleting this channel. Like, if we don't beat Chelsea, I'm deleting this channel. What's the point of supporting a team that won't beat Chelsea when they're 3-0 up? But we'll beat Chelsea. What's the point? What is the point of supporting a team that loses 3-1 to Liverpool? But I'm still here. I'm still here. I still can't watch the highlights. I still haven't watched a single second of what happened in that game. I refuse to. Whenever anyone sees it, I just unsubscribe from their channel. When they just say Liverpool versus Bayern, I can't stand it. I still remember every single moment of that game. Oh my god, that was such a terrible performance. Even Frankfurt. Oh, we got spanked 5-1, man. I can't believe we got spanked 5-1. It's not like you get spanked, 2-0 or 2-1. That's different. But 5-1? Like, and we scored the opening goal. Lewandowski scored and he was celebrating. I was like, yeah, Leva, you're the 1 goal. 10 more to go. We just got spanked. And it wasn't even like we were just absolutely crap. Obviously, Kovac was clueless tactically. But we just got outplayed, like, off the park. We had more possession too, just to piss me off. We got outplayed. The counters, so easy for them. I don't know. But he also says in certain times like this, it doesn't help to make predictions. That's true. You'll have to look from week to week. Ah, man, I love this guy so much. I mean, everyone else is like, everyone in our board is worried about what they'll say, and Bayern's board, not Bayern's board, Unai Hoeneß just says whatever he wants to say, because he don't care. He's not part of the board like that anymore. He is a little bit. I think he's like vice chairman of the board, which is pretty relevant position. All he does is sit there and say, "Oh, thank you for making these." He could just say whatever he wants. And I love the fact that we're just talking about players we want publicly. World class. Pjanic is a good player, of course he is. Rebic is an amazing player, of course he is. Maybe they're doing the Havertz transfer in silent. That's probably true. I think that would be the thing. I mean, why would Bayern sign Sané so early? Like I said, why Bayern will probably look at the transfer we've done in the last 3 days. Or well, I mean, we did them in but they're all joining in the last. Like, we could have just waited and signed Newbell and then Kausi, announced them, got him into the squad, and then waited like 2 months. August, signed Sané. But then we just did Sané. I think Bayern want more business. We want to do more business behind the scenes because it will make sense for us. And if we don't do more business, it would just be very, very weird. Havertz signing is silent. I think that... You know what? After the Pokal final, supposedly Havertz is going to decide on his future. Well, Sané just made him decide a little bit more. I don't know. I'm thinking. But, yeah, we're coming towards the end of the stream. I think we'll only contact after Pokal. I think that's true, too. Because that's where Leverkusen's maybe he wants to stay for the Champions League. And that's where it comes into... By the way, it's the first day of July. You know what that means? 37 days till we play Chelsea. Oh, I can't wait. 37 days and we play Chelsea in the Champions League. I totally forgot. Now we're in a new month. I'm tired of June. June, we're fantastic. We hit 1,000 subscribers on this channel. June was a good month. Now we move on to July. July is so much nicer. We'll move on to bigger goals. And that means, obviously, Bayern, our last match is in 3 days. That's the last time you will ever see the match watch-along screen for a month. But look, we waited 2 months to get football back. I can wait an extra 30 days. But I'm finally... by the way, Sané will join Bayern immediately in the next few days. He'll complete his medical. He'll be announced as a Bayern player because City and Bayern found the agreement. And I think that's it. City accepted Sané leaving the squad for the Champions League. So City won't be with Sané anymore. What if we let Leverkusen win the cup and they give us a good deal? That's not how Bayern work. We want to win everything. If Leverkusen beat us, it won't be because we let them. They'll beat us because they beat us. That's the situation. I think we should replace Boateng by Upamecano. Basista. Well, I mean, we just signed Tanguy Kausi. He's a baller. Pretty much kind of that Upamecano type player. He'll be world class in 2 years. I can say it now. The guy just watching these highlights. This guy is code. He makes 0 errors, bro. Like, if he's pulling into the PSG first team, and they don't ever really give youngsters opportunities, he's actually getting in the PSG first team ahead of Thiago Silva, Marquinhos. They literally have to push Marquinhos into the midfield just to get Tanguy Kausi in the center back position. That's where it's at. I want Bayern Madrid in the Champions League final. I don't want anything to do with Real Madrid. You know what they do to us. Yeah, but I would love Real Madrid. Oh man, we would smack them up. Do you think Dortmund should get Pochettino? Of course I do. But will Pochettino go to Dortmund? And will Dortmund even do it? Sané's going to get the Coutinho number. It's just going to be funny, wouldn't it? Imagine Coutinho just goes to like number 40. some youth player number, and Sané gets the number 10. You know what, man? I'm actually considering getting a Sané jersey. I would actually like it. You know what? I'll make my I'm not gonna sell it, but I would make like a BayernNow logo, and then I would put Sané, and it would be like a it would like have the Sané thing. I don't know, maybe. I can't wait. Oh, jeez. So, confirmed dates for the Champions League in 2021 from Adriano Del Monte. So, the match day 1 to match day 6 would take place from October 20th to December 8th. Oh, that's pretty normal. That's actually really, the round of 16 starts in February 16th. Man, why did this Champions League do? I know the hype. It's just so much better. I guess it makes sense. They should add like round of 32. No, that would just be stupid. You'd have to add like an extra 8 teams just to have a round of 30. No, you would have to literally add double the teams that are in the Champions League now, or the groups. That would be absolutely crap. That would mean that you would get top 6 and you're in the Champions League. Oh no, Europa League is fine with that. Oh, that we do have the Euro. I keep forgetting the Europa League. But basically, the Champions League match day 1 will take place from the 20th of October. September, October. Oh, Bayern. Oh, that's nice. So usually the season starts in August, September, October, November, December. Okay, so we usually get 2 months. This time we only get a month, and then the Champions League is there. The group stage is so boring sometimes when you're playing like Olympiacos or Basel away. These games are so pointless. Or some young boy team from Switzerland. It's just not interesting. But then when you're playing like, some big teams, I would love us to get. We always get like a decent group with PSG. We don't ever get Real Madrid in a group. We always get them in the knockout rounds. Thanks, UEFA. But I think they do that on purpose. They usually like putting the big teams, because Bayern technically end up being one of the. We made the most money in the Champions League revenue and broadcasting wise, because we're pulling in the most viewers. The ratings for Bayern matches are through the roof, especially in the Champions League. If you look at the match, for obvious reasons, we're the most exciting team in the CL this year. We have the most goals, so naturally people are going to be watching Bayern matches. Millions of people watching Spurs Bayern, and also Chelsea. Obviously, more people are watching Chelsea Bayern than Dortmund versus PSG. No one gives a crap about Dortmund versus PSG. People only care about the big teams that actually have a chance. So I think, man, I can't believe the Champions League is back. Oh, that's the next year's Champions League. But I can't believe even this year's Champions League is back. I think everyone was so convinced everything would get voided that we didn't understand it could happen. Would you rather have a group stage or all 32? You know what? There was 32 teams in the Champions League. But the group stage is boring anyways. I wouldn't mind a round of 32. Begin with. Pair teams together through a complex process. Pair teams together. Starts. Knockout. Well, but then, it wouldn't make for as many matches, because you need to play, 6 games. Or is it 5? No, 6, because you're playing 3 other teams. 3 times 2, 6. So, you play... Robert Lewandowski. Okay, that's funny. So, if you should have played, you need the matches. UEFA want money. If anything, they'll actually add more groups or more teams to groups. They'll probably be like, you know what, let's just add 5 groups, and there'll be 8 games. And in January, we'll get more Champions League. I can't wait for Sané. I can't wait for the freaking... Okay, thank you everyone so much for watching this. It's been an amazing stream. I'm just tired. Not tired. I'm just bored now. Bayern didn't reject Werner. He chose Chelsea. No, we never wanted Werner. Bayern rejected, we rejected Werner. He twerked for us for 2 years. Why do people just not understand this? You're getting Werner because Liverpool couldn't afford him. Man United only got linked to him because, look, You think he would have gone to Chelsea over United if it came down to that? No, he went to Chelsea because that was the only option that wouldn't have just rejected him flat out. I'm sorry. Thank you everyone so much for watching. Mia, and peace. Let me put an ad in there so all of you are happy.